Alright, today we're taking a look at one of those brilliant little British comedies that doesn't get talked about enough, The Naked Truth from 1957. Now, I know the title sounds like it might be a bit racy, but trust me, it's far more interested in scandal than skin. It's all about secrets, blackmail, and some of the worst attempted murder plots you'll ever see. And it's hilarious.
I want some Mickey Fins.
So the story kicks off with this guy named Nigel Dennis, played by Dennis Price, who runs a scandal magazine, also called The Naked Truth. But this isn't just your average tabloid.
Lurid pass, loses luckless model, takes 10 oil millions.
He threatens to publish people's most embarrassing secrets unless they pay up. And we're not just talking about minor slip-ups. These are the kind of secrets that completely ruin lives. One of his victims, a scientist, ends up taking his own life. Another, a politician, collapses in the middle of Parliament. So, yeah, this guy means business.
It's the naked truth, old lord. But no publisher would dare. Oh, yes, I would.
Then, we meet his next targets, and they're not exactly thrilled to be on his list. There's Lord Henry Mailey, played by Terry Thomas. He's this bumbling aristocrat who seems like he'd struggle to tie his own cravat.
Never seen her before. It's a lie.
What is?
Whatever she says I've done.
But he's oddly determined when pushed. Then we've got Sonny McGregor, a TV host played by Peter Sellers.
I haven't got £10,000.
Who is basically a nervous breakdown in a suit. He's all confidence on camera, but behind the scenes, completely out of his depth.
I couldn't, but someone else might.
Flora Ransom is next. She's a crime novelist played by Peggy Mount.
I don't want any questions. It was an accident.
And she's ready to apply her fictional expertise to real life. She immediately starts plotting how to bump Dennis off. Her poor daughter Ethel gets caught up in the chaos, assisting in the murder plot.
This is Flora Ransom here. I have your money.
And then there's Melissa Wright, played by Shirley Eaton, a glamorous model with something to hide.
Bill! Oh, Bill!
Honey.
And a rich Texan boyfriend she'd rather not lose. Now, here's where it gets fun. All four of these people, without talking to each other, come to the same conclusion. The only way to deal with Dennis is to kill him, but they're all terrible at it.
You're very good health.
Flora's plan almost kills Lord Mailey instead. Sonny freaks out halfway through his attempt and botches it completely. Melissa gets caught up in the chaos before she can even get a decent plan together.
Bill! Don't, Bill!
And poor Mailey just keeps stumbling into these near-death experiences, totally unaware of how close he's come to being the wrong target, again and again.
No, we're going to stay here and we're going to discuss this thing very quietly.
Eventually, they figure out what's going on and decide to work together. If they can't kill Dennis on their own, maybe as a team they've got a shot.
We were working out a plot.
Oh, just curious. It's dark already.
Spoiler, they don't. That plan goes sideways just like the others. But then, twist. Dennis gets arrested, not because of them, but for a completely separate crime. You'd think they'd be in the clear, but nope.
Sky high, he said. I'll blow you all sky high.
Dennis threatens to spill everything in court, and now they're back in panic mode.
So what are you going to do, break into jail and kill him?
No, break into jail and get him out.
So Lord Mailey comes up with this absolutely bonkers plan to stop him from testifying. The idea? Break him out of prison and send him off to South America?
He's just phoned. They are using the wool safe.
2 minutes to go.
With the help of hundreds of other people Dennis has blackmailed, they flood the police with fake emergency calls to cause chaos.
Dennis' trial starts today.
Meanwhile, Mailey, Sonny, and Sonny's assistant, this poor guy named Porter who just wants a normal day, dress up as cops and bust Dennis out.
What, you? Good. For your own good.
And somehow, it works. Kind of. They drag Dennis all over London, knocking him out every time he wakes up and starts talking.
The last lap worries me. I'm sorry, this is for your own good.
Eventually, they smuggle him into a blimp. Yes, a blimp.
But I've got to hand it to you, boy. This has been a magnificent piece of organisation, there's no doubt about it.
Now, here's where it gets peak farce. Dennis wakes up mid-air and tells them, completely calmly, that he never actually planned to reveal anything in court.
You destroyed most of the evidence against me when you took that cabinet.
Turns out they'd already destroyed the only copies of his magazine that had the secrets. And just as he's reveling in his own cleverness, he steps outside for some air and, yep.
Nothing to do that for.
He's probably a very good swimmer.
Sonny fires a shot into the air in celebration and manages to shoot a hole in the blimp, sending it zooming off into the sky. Honestly, the best thing about The Naked Truth is the cast. Terry Thomas is just effortlessly funny.
You can't print this. You can't print this.
All flustered and foppish.
Well, I were looking for you, sir, about your top and bottoms.
Peter Sellers is brilliant as always. His timing is so good, especially when things start falling apart.
Are you crazy? We've just been killing ourselves trying to murder him.
And Peggy Mount?
What, you brazen hussy?
She's a force of nature. Every time she's on screen, you're just waiting for her to explode.
Oof, who arrested me hadn't even shaved.
The whole film is this perfect mix of dry British wit and total chaos. It's one of those films where nobody really wins, except maybe the audience. It's sharp, silly, and surprisingly dark in places, but it never loses its sense of fun. If you've never seen it, it's definitely worth tracking down. Just don't try any of the murder plots at home. They're all terrible.
How long do you think you'll be?
It rather depends on when he goes to sleep. But I hope to finish the job by midnight.